All right, we'll go ahead and get started having a seat on our mat today. And whatever's comfortable, hands by your sides, on your lap, feet out, feet in, and close your eyes. And start to focus on your breath. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Feeling the air move through the body. And releasing out on the exhales. Feel it start to fill the lungs, fill the back, fill the shoulders. Taking a few minutes right here just to focus on the breath. Starting to quiet the mind. Bringing ourselves into our room and onto our mat. Taking just a couple more breaths here. And the next time we exhale, we'll drop the head down towards the chest. Let it hang for just a minute down here. Try not to put any pressure, not pushing it down, just letting it hang. And then slowly start to rock the head from side to side. Going as fast or as slow as is comfortable. Trying not to rotate the head all the way back, just focusing on the front part of the body, front part of the neck here. And the next time we roll over to the left side, we'll hold the head over that shoulder, trying to relax the shoulders. We'll take the right hand, we'll place it down on the mat. Get a little bit more of a stretch in that right side of the neck. Take a few breaths here. And we'll go ahead and bring that right hand back up onto the lap. We'll rotate the head over to that right side, holding it over that right shoulder. And then taking that left hand, placing it down on the mat. Breathing into that stretch. Trying to relax the shoulders. And we'll bring the hand back up in the lap and rotate the head from side to side one more time, going at your own pace here. And then we'll let the head come back center, letting it hang one more time. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the head, trying not to push it down. And the next time we inhale, we'll bring the head back up slowly. We'll bring the arms down to the side if we have them in the lap. We'll inhale the arms up. And we'll exhale the left arm down. And rotate over that left side. If we want, we can open the chest up so it's facing more towards the ceiling, or just keeping ourselves straight up and down here. Trying not to crouch down at all. And keeping the gaze wherever is comfortable on the neck. Taking a few breaths into that side body. And the next time we inhale, we'll bring ourselves back up, bringing that left arm up. And as we exhale, dropping that right arm down and bending over that side. Again, if we want, we can open the chest up more towards the ceiling, or just keeping ourselves parallel. Again, remembering not to fold down towards the floor, and just keeping that neck wherever is comfortable. Taking a few breaths into that side. And the next time we inhale, we'll bring ourselves back up, bringing that right arm up. And as we exhale, we'll bring both hands down. We'll go ahead and come up onto our hands and our knees. We want the wrists right under the shoulders, the knees right under those hips. Keeping a nice neutral spine here. And as we inhale, we're going to drop the belly down and bring the gaze up towards the ceiling. And as we exhale, we're going to roll the spine up, tucking the chin in the chest. Inhale, dropping that belly down. Exhale, rolling up. Inhale, dropping down. Exhaling up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Do that one more time. Inhaling belly down. And exhaling up. And this time as we inhale, we'll come to a neutral spine. We're going to take the right hand and extend it out like we're giving someone a handshake in front of us. We're going to take the left leg, send that also out, pointing that toe towards the floor, engaging those abs, engaging those legs, holding it for just a second here. And as we exhale, we'll place that hand and the knee back down. And we'll move on to the other side. So we'll take that left hand, sticking it straight out into that handshake. Take that right leg, toes facing the floor, engaging that belly, engaging that leg. And exhale it down. And we'll go ahead and move to the other side and add a little bit more movement here. So we'll extend that right hand out, left leg out, toes pointing down. We'll inhale here. And as we exhale, we're going to bring the knee and the elbow together, center. And we're going to exhale it out. Inhale it together. Exhale out. Inhale together. Exhale out. Inhale together. Exhale it out. And we'll do one more. Inhale together. And exhale out. And go ahead and place that hand and that knee back on the mat. You want to shake that left hand out a little bit. And we'll go ahead and move on to the other side. So if we need to realign ourselves, we'll take that left hand, sticking it straight out. Right leg back. Take an inhale here. And exhale together. Inhale it out. Exhale together. Inhale out. Exhale together. Inhale out. Exhale together. Inhale out. Let's do our last one. Exhale together. And inhale out. And place that hand down, that knee down. We're going to keep the hips up, but we're going to come down, kind of bring the arms out, and start to bring the forehead onto the mat. So it's like we're going into a child's pose with the hips up. This is called puppy pose. We're getting a little bit of stretch here in the shoulders. If it gets to be too much, drop back onto the heels and go into our child's pose. Take a couple breaths here. From our puppy pose, we can either come up on the elbows, and we're going to tuck the toes. We're going to go into a dolphin pose here. So we want to make sure the elbows are under the shoulders. And as we tuck the toes, we're going to start to lift the hips up like we're going into our down dog. So the elbows and the forearms are going to stay down onto the mat. And this is our dolphin pose here. So it's a little bit more intense on the shoulders, so we can always come up into our down dog or drop back into a child's pose. Take a couple breaths here. And the next time we exhale, we'll drop down onto the knees. Place the big toes together and start to sit the hips back over the feet, dropping the forehead onto the mat. Arms either outstretched or can be placed by the side, whatever's comfortable. And take a few breaths here. Start to refocus on the breath if we've lost it all. And we'll take one more breath down here. And the next time we inhale, we'll go ahead and come up onto all fours. And we'll tuck those toes and lift those hips up towards the sky, coming into our full down dog. Go ahead and pedal those feet out. We need to hold one side down. We can hold one side down. Take your time here. In our down dog, we want to make sure those arms are coming straight out of the shoulders. Fingers are wide on the mat. Middle fingers are pointing straight forward. We can always have a bend in the knees, or we can have the feet wide on the mat, whatever's comfortable. Take a few breaths here. If you need to keep pedaling those feet, keep pedaling them out. And the next time we inhale, we'll walk the feet up to the hands. Fold over those legs. And always have a bend in those knees. And as we inhale, we're going to bring ourselves all the way up. Bring those arms up with us. Exhale the hands down. Let's take just a moment right here. Hands in front of the heart. Eyes closed for just a second. Focus on the breath. A few deep breaths here. And release the hands down. And as we inhale, we'll bring the hands up. Exhale, swan diving ourselves forward. Inhale, half lifting, just sliding the hands right under the knees. Exhaling down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan diving forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, arms down. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, swan diving forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale all the way up. Exhaling, arms down. All right, we'll add to it now. Inhaling the arms up. Exhale, swan diving forward. Inhaling, half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, step back into plank or drop onto the knees. As we exhale, we come all the way down. Inhale, just lifting that chest. Exhale down. Inhale, back into down dog so we can pass through all fours here. And adjust that down dog. Take a breath here. And as we inhale, we walk the feet up to the hands. Folding over those legs. And inhale all the way up. Exhale, arms down. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, swan diving forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, step back into plank or onto the knees. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, lifting that chest. Exhale down. Inhale, back into down dog. We can pass through all fours again. Come up into our down dog. Take a breath here. And as we inhale, walk the feet up to the hands. Folding over those legs. And inhale all the way up. Exhale, arms down. All right, one more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan diving forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, step back into plank or onto those knees. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, just lifting that chest. Exhale down. Inhale, back into down dog. Take a couple breaths here. If you lost your breath at all, try to catch it here. Try to refocus on it. And the next time we inhale, we're gonna lift our right leg up. As we exhale, we're gonna bring ourselves forward, bringing that right leg with us, stepping it between the thumbs. We'll drop down onto that back knee, untuck that toe or keep the toe tucked, whatever's comfortable to you. We'll take the hands, place them on the thigh, give ourselves a little assist up. We can adjust that foot if we need to, maybe bring it out a little bit so we're kind of on railroad tracks. And then sink back into it. You want to keep the knee over the ankle, so if you see it going over your toes, step that foot out a little bit. And when we feel like we're steady, those hips are nice and even, we'll bring the arms up. And we'll start to bring a little bit of a back bend, or we can stay straight up and down, whatever's comfortable. If we're doing the back bend, we'll start to just engage the upper back, bringing ourselves backwards. Bring the gaze up towards the ceiling and engaging those abs. Take a couple breaths here. We should feel a nice stretch in that left hip. And if we're in that back bend, go ahead and bring ourselves back forward. We'll start to straighten that front leg. We can bring the arms down. We'll straighten that leg, come up onto the heel. So we might have to adjust a little bit. We'll bring our arms back up. And as we exhale, we'll fold over that front leg, bringing the arms down alongside. Trying to keep a nice long back here. So try not to round it down. If we need to back up a little bit, we can always put a bend in that front knee. Should feel a nice stretch in the back of that hamstring. If anyone runs or does any type of walking, anything like that, this is a really good stretch. It helps to loosen the backs of those legs. They can get really tight. Take a few breaths. Maybe wiggle those toes a little bit. Take one more breath down here. And as we exhale, we'll start to bend that knee, kind of adjust ourselves so we're bringing that foot back, coming back into that almost low lunge position. We're going to tuck those back toes, bring ourselves up into a high lunge now. So we'll take the hands, place them on the thigh, bring ourselves straight up if we need to adjust the feet once we're up here. So again, we're on those railroad tracks. So our hips should be nice and even, nice and facing forward parallel. Again, the knees over the ankle. When we feel ready, we'll bring the arms up. Again, we can stay here, or we want to add that back bend. We'll start to just bring that upper back up back. The gaze goes up towards the ceiling and engaging those abs. And breathe. And if we're in the back bend, we'll go ahead and bring ourselves up and forward. We'll bring the hands down onto the hips. We're going to rotate that back foot so it's parallel with the mat. We might need to adjust the feet a little bit. So we're going to keep that bend in that front knee, making sure those hips are still parallel. And when we feel ready, we're going to bring the arms out to the sides, bringing that gaze over that front middle finger. We want to make sure this back end stays up, so we don't want it dropping down. And breathe. We're going to take the front arm, bend it at the elbow, and as we exhale, we're going to tilt ourselves forward, bringing the back hand up and overhead. So that elbow is going to be resting right on that thigh. The gaze can be down at the foot, up at the ceiling, straight ahead, whatever's comfortable. Take a couple breaths here. And the next time we exhale, we'll bring ourselves back up into that warrior two for just a second. Straighten that front leg. We'll start to shift ourselves so we're coming over that front leg and then tilting ourselves forward. So our right hand can either be on the outside of the calf, on top of the shin. We can be up here. Just want to stay off of that knee. And we want to make sure we have a nice long back so we're not tilting ourselves forward at all. And that back left arm is coming straight up. That's too much. We can always drop the hand down behind the back. Again, the gaze is wherever's comfortable on the neck. Take a few breaths here. And we'll put a bend in the front knee. We'll come back up, bringing the hands down to the hips. We'll rotate that right foot so it's facing parallel with the mat. Make sure those feet are even. So if we need to adjust them at all, we'll stand up nice and tall. Take a breath here. And as we exhale, we'll fold over those legs. Releasing the hands, letting them hang, letting the head hang. Take a couple breaths down here. And if we have the hands on the ground, we'll start to walk them towards the face, straightening those elbows. So we're gonna go into our side lunge here on the right side. So we'll start to walk the hands, bending the right knee, and bringing that left foot up. So we're up on the heel. The hands can be down on the mat. So we don't wanna fold over that leg, just keeping a nice long back here. Should feel a nice stretch in that inner thigh. And again, we don't have to be all the way down. If we're up here, wherever you start to feel that stretch, stop. And at any point, if it gets to be too much, you can back out of it. Take a few breaths here. And we'll start to push that leg, that right leg straight, coming back onto both feet, walking back towards the center. So we're folding over those legs for just a second here. And then we'll walk the hands towards the front of our mat, shifting our toes up. And then we'll step that right foot back to a down dog. Take a couple breaths here. You need to pedal the feet, pedal the feet. You might feel a difference a little bit in that right leg compared to the left leg. Maybe it's a little looser, maybe that foot's just a little bit closer to the ground. Don't worry, we'll get that left leg here in just a second. Take one more breath. And the next time we inhale, we'll lift that left leg up. As we exhale, we'll bring it forward, dropping it between the thumbs. Dropping onto that back knee. Either tucking the toes or keeping them untouched, whatever is comfortable. Take the hands up on the thigh, give ourselves a little push up. Adjusting that foot if we need to. Sitting into that hip here. Remember the knees right over the ankle. When we feel ready, we'll bring the arms up. Either staying right here or putting that back bend in. So we'll start to bring the gaze up towards the ceiling, bringing that low upper back towards that back leg, engaging those abs. Breathe. And we'll start to bring ourselves back up and forward. We can release the hands, start to straighten that front knee, adjusting that foot if we need to, so we're up on that heel. Find our balance. We'll bring the arms up, and as we exhale, we'll fold over that leg. Again, trying not to round the back, trying to keep it nice and long here. Breathing into that stretch. Breathing into those hamstrings. Again, you can always have a bend in the knee. Take a few more breaths here. And we'll start to bend that front knee. Bring ourselves back over. So we're going to tuck those back toes up, lifting that leg. We need to adjust a little bit. We're going to take the hands, place them on the thigh, give ourselves a little assist up. Again, if we need to adjust those feet once we're up here. When we feel steady, we'll bring the arms up. And if we want, we can put the back bend in, or we can stay here. We go for the back bend, we're going to start to bring the gaze up towards the ceiling. Just tilting that upper back towards that leg, engaging the core. And breathe. And we'll start to bring ourselves back up. If we have that back bend in, we'll release the hands down. Rotate that back foot. I'm going to turn around so you guys can see me. Rotate that back foot so it's parallel with the mat. You need to adjust those feet, we can. We'll put that bend in the front knee. Arms out. Gaze over that front middle finger. Again, we're keeping those hands nice and parallel. We don't want that back arm to drop. Take a couple breaths here. And we'll take that front hand, arm, bend at the elbow, and tilt ourselves over that front leg. So elbows resting on the thigh, back arm is coming up overhead. The gaze is either up, down at the foot, or wherever is comfortable. Again, we don't want to be rolling ourselves forward, so keeping that nice long back. Take a breath. And as we inhale, we'll bring ourselves back up in our warrior two for just a second. And then we'll straighten that front leg and start to shift over that front leg and then tilt down. So the hand is either on the shin, parallel with the thigh, up here on the thigh. Just make sure we're not on the knee. Back arm is straight up. And again, the gaze is either up at the hand, down at the foot, or wherever is comfortable. Making sure we have that nice long back. Take a few breaths here. And we'll put a bend in that front knee, bring ourselves back up to our warrior two for just a second. And then bring the hands on the hips, straighten that front leg and rotate that foot. Make sure those feet are even. We have a straight line on our mat. We'll take a breath here. And as we exhale, fold over those legs. And release those hands down. Take a couple breaths down here. Letting the head hang, letting the arms hang. And if we have the hands on the ground, we'll walk them so they're under the face, straightening the elbows. And we'll start to walk over to that left leg, putting that bend in that knee, bringing that right heel up. Getting that nice stretch in that inner thigh. Again, we don't have to be all the way down. It's just wherever we start to feel that stretch. And at any point, if it gets to be too much, we can back out of it. And we'll hold this for just a few breaths here. And when we feel ready, we'll start to straighten that left knee, bringing that right foot back down onto the mat, and folding in the middle, letting that head hang, letting those arms hang. Taking some deep breaths here. And when we feel ready, we'll start to walk ourselves towards the front of the mat, twisting those feet up and stepping back to a down dog for just a second here. Take one more breath here. On the next inhale, we're going to lift that right leg again. As we exhale, we're going to bring that knee forward dropping it down onto the mat, adjusting that back foot down. So we're coming into our pigeon pose. So our knee that's in front of us, that right knee, is going to be the gauge on how deep the stretch is going to be. If it's pointing directly in front of us, we're going to have a little bit less of the stretch. If that leg is parallel with the mat, that's going to be the deepest stretch. You want to make sure the left leg is coming directly out from the back. The toes aren't tucked, that foot's flat, and we want to keep those hips nice and even, so we don't want to roll that back hip down. So if we need to get a pillow or a blanket or something to put under that hip to keep it up, we can do that. So we can stay right here. We might feel a deep stretch right here in that right hip. If we don't feel a stretch, we can come down onto the elbows. We can start to feel that stretch in that hip here. If we need to go even further, we can stack the hands, dropping the head onto the hands, or placing that head directly on the mat. Again, remembering to keep the hips parallel, not letting that hip drop down to the mat. And breathing into the stretch, breathing into that hip. Starting to loosen with each breath that you take. And wiggle the toes of that right foot. Sometimes it helps if it starts to get a little tingly or those feet start to fall asleep. Just a little wiggle of the toes. Just a few more breaths down here. Letting that hip relax. And if we have the head on the mat, we'll start to slowly lift it up. Bringing those hands in, placing them directly under the shoulders, and lifting ourselves up. And we'll start to roll onto that right hip, bringing the left leg around and kicking that right leg out. Give that leg a wiggle, give those toes a wiggle, give them both a wiggle. And then we'll move on to our other side. So we can kick the legs back around, bringing the hands forward, coming up onto the knees. I find it easy to go from a plank and then bringing the knee forward. So however you want to get there. So remember that knee is going to be your anchor. So wherever it's pointing, it's going to give you a little bit more if we're straight ahead or off to the side. That right leg is coming straight out from that back hip, foot flat on the floor. Remember not to let yourself rock down, so if you need to switch to that other side, put that pillow or blanket or anything under there. So we might stay right here. If we need to go down, we can drop to the elbows. And if we need to go further, we can drop on a stacked hand or place the head directly on the mat. Again, remembering to keep those parallel hips. And we may have one side that's a little bit looser or tighter than the other side, so it's okay if you don't go as deep on either side. That's completely normal. But again, we're sending the breath into that hip. Trying to feel it relax with each breath we take. Wiggle the toes of that left foot. And just breathe here. And take a couple more breaths here. And when we feel ready, we're going to start to lift the head, bringing the hands in, lifting the hands where the elbows were, start to come up, and we'll roll gently onto that left hip, bringing that right leg around, taking that left leg out, and we'll wiggle those feet, wiggle those legs, and we'll keep the feet straight out. We'll inhale those arms up, and exhale, fold straight over those legs. Trying to keep a nice long back here so we don't want to round ourselves in. You can have a little bend in those knees. If we're at the toes and we need more of a stretch, we can pull the toes back. Trying to keep that alignment in the back all at the same time. And we'll place the hands on the floor. Give ourselves a little walk back. And we're gonna come all the way down onto our backs. And we'll bring the knees into the chest. And just start to rock side to side. And then we'll place the feet down onto the mat, placing them on the wide edges of the mat. And we can take the hands and place them out to the sides like a T. And we're just gonna let the legs drop from side to side, letting those knees fall. Just windshield wiper those legs back and forth. Taking your time, going as slow or as fast as you need to. If you need to hold one side longer than the other, feel free. And we'll do one more time on each side. And bringing those knees up, bringing those feet together, still on the mat, keeping the arms out to the side. We're gonna take the feet and just walk them slightly over to the right and shift the hips over. And then we're gonna bring the knees into the chest and let them drop to our left side. We're twisting here. If we want, we can take that left hand, place it on top of the right leg, or just keep the hands out to the side, whatever's comfortable to you. Breathing into that twist. Do a couple more breaths on this side. And if we have the hand on top of the leg, go ahead and release it. We'll bring one leg up at a time. So bring that right leg up, follow it by the left. Place the feet onto the mat. And we'll walk them over to that left side and shift those hips over to the left. Bring the knees up into the chest and let them drop to that right side. Again, we can either take that right hand and place it on top of the left leg if you want, or just keep it out to the side, whatever is comfortable. Breathe into that twist. Breathe into that back. Take a few more breaths here in this twist. And if we have the hand on the leg, we can take the hand off. And slowly come out of it by lifting one leg at a time. So bring that left leg up, follow it by the right. We'll take the feet, place them onto the mat, walk ourselves back center, shifting those hips center. We'll bring the hands in so they're sitting right under those hips, flat on the mat, and just lift those legs straight up if we can. If we need to have a little bend, that's okay. And just start to slowly rock the feet from side to side. You want to do circles, we can do some circles with the legs up. Get a little bit of a little massage down there on that sacrum. And then we'll bend the knees, bringing them into the chest, taking a hold behind the legs. Rock side to side. And we'll release the legs. And at this point, if there are any other stretches that your body needs, take them right down. And I'm stretching all the arms up overhead, legs down below. Whatever's comfortable to you right now. And when you feel ready, go ahead and drop those legs down. Drop the hands down by your sides. Close those eyes. Start to refocus on your breath. Let yourself sink into your mat. Feel the heat from the practice covering you like a blanket. Or maybe it's starting to leave slowly, piece by piece. Try to clear your mind of any thoughts you might have. And just focus on the breath, how it's making you feel. Take these next few minutes just to be with yourself. Maybe they're the only few minutes you have to yourself all day. So take advantage of that. If you have a thought that enters your mind, that's okay. You can see it and think on it for just a second, and then try to let it go. When you feel ready, start to bring a little life back into your body by wiggling your fingers and toes, rocking your head from side to side, rolling your wrists and your ankles. Begin to deepen your breath. And we'll take one foot and place it on the mat and follow it by the other foot. And bring the knees into the chest, taking a hold behind the legs. Rock side to side one more time. And we'll roll onto our right sides. With our right side grounded by the earth, moving our left side open to the sun, the moon, and the stars, and all the gifts that the universe has to offer you today. And when you feel ready, come up to a comfortable seated position. And we'll take the hands in front of the heart, close our eyes, take a deep inhale, and exhale it all out. Thank you for sharing your practice with me this evening. I hope you have a good rest of your night. Namaste. Thank you, everyone.